Welcome to PA Harness Week. I am Heather Vitale along with my co-host Mike Bozich. And you know, July is anti-boredom month, which works perfectly for us because there's no reason any of you guys out there should be bored for the next half hour.
That's right. The action is hot on the racetrack, both at Harrah's, Philadelphia and Pocono, and let's get to it.
All right, we'll check out the headlines. On today's show, we have some recent Pennsylvania All-Stars action that took place at Pocono Downs at Mohegan, Pennsylvania. Also, take shelter because we have a bombs away payoff from Harrah's, Philadelphia. Plus, we'll introduce you to Adriana Rowe, a caretaker who's living the dream with a job she absolutely loves. We'll also tell you about a popular harness racing podcast that is literally hot to trot. These stories including a controversial Meadowlands pace. Next on PA Harness Week. For our race of the week from Pocono Downs at Mohegan, Pennsylvania, we have some PA All-Star action for our 2-year-old pacing fillies from the Sunday, July 13th card. There were 3 divisions, all 3 of them going for a purse of $30,000. So in this first division, we've got the 2 to 5 favorite. That's Big Weekend, who was second in Pennsylvania Stakes competition last time out. And the 1, Joyful Hanover, is also getting respect at the windows, coming off a win in the Stallion Series at the Meadows. We'll send it up to announcer Jim Baviglia for the call.
Make It Right leading the way as she works her way to the half mile in 56-3, 29-3 second panel. So leisurely pace through the front stretch. On the back stretch, it's Make It Right, still under wraps for Tim Tetrick. Sporting a Crush right in behind her in the pocket, then Joyful Hanover. And now Big Weekend gets in gear with the first over move, but she's still about 5 away for Kakaley. She's coming up quick though. Behind that live cover, Bling Hanover, Beatrice Hanover moves closer at the back of the pack. Make It Right leads it, but big pressure from Big Weekend just ahead away as they come to 3/4, 125-3, 29 even third panel. Soft middle of this race. Right now the lead just a nose for Make It Right. Big Weekend still coming on strong. Sporting a Crush hoping to make another move further back to Bling Hanover outside. Joyful Hanover inside. Top of the stretch. Big Weekend battling now with Make It Right. Big Weekend takes a slight lead inside Sporting a Crush, but Big Weekend not to be denied. Just gliding up first over. Joyful Hanover coming on strong.
Big Weekend, you can using a first over attack, a grind if you will, to get the job done in a time of 1:53-4. Now keep that number in your back pocket. The 2-year-old filly by Captain Treacherous of the mare Tika Hanover picked up her first career win, owned by Fiddler's Creek Stables, trained by Travis Alexander and driven by Matt Kakaley.
All right, so why don't we get into that second division now of PA All-Stars action for our freshman pacing fillies. Again from Sunday, July 13th, and again with a $30,000 purse. So we've got the bettor's choice here, and it's number 3, Say Good Night, who was second in a speedy clocking of 151-3 last time out. And also check out the 1, Sandy Boots Yankee, going to post for the Hall of Fame duo of driver Yannick Gingras and trainer Ron Burke.
Say Good Night able to dictate the pace here, uncontested to the half, which she reaches 58-1, 29-1 second panel. Wind helping on the back stretch as they move to the straightaway. Say Good Night, Matt Kakaley mellow in the bike, right behind Sandy Boots Yankee, another 2 to third, and Love Bug Hanover pace is picked up considerably past 5/8 now. Fourth there is Always Be Rosie, then Poppy Nose, and Lions hooked up at the back, and still nobody moving off the pylons here. They're still in line behind Say Good Night. She gets to the 3/4 mile marker, 126-2, 28-1 third panel. Say Good Night by a length. Sandy Boots Yankee has been eyeing up that move from the pocket all race long. 2 back to third. Love Bug Hanover coming up. Further back to Always Be Rosie, fourth, about 5.5 away. Top of the stretch, Say Good Night leads by a length and 3/4. Sandy Boots Yankee moves to the inside. Outside, Love Bug Hanover, but it's Say Good Night holding steady here.
This 2-year-old filly by Poppy Rob Hanover, Say Good Night, made the lead rated along nicely to the half, and then sped the back half up in 55-3 to get the job done again in a time of 1:53.4. Say Goodnight is owned by David Ham and Glenn Phillips, trained by Nick DeVita, and driven once again by Matt Kikali.
All right, we are taking a little hiatus in the action, but there is more coming your way, including that final division of PA All-Stars action for our little ladies. And we will get to know Adriana Rowe, who is using her equine science degree to care for our big four-legged athletes. Stay tuned. PA Harness Week will be right back.
For real fun in real life, make it Mohegan. Make it rain. Make it pour. Make it chill. Or just make it up as you go. When it's time to unplug and get in on the action, make it Mohegan. Party on the Patio is back. Rock on with free concerts every Thursday all summer long. Learn more at MoheganPA.com.
In the world of standardbred racing, only one name is synonymous with this kind of success, this kind of history, this kind of greatness, this kind of legacy, and this kind of unparalleled promise for tomorrow. Proud of our past, excited about our future. You know the name, that one name. Hanover, the greatest name in harness racing.
You are watching PA Harness Week with Heather and Mike as we welcome you back. We are welcoming in that third division of a PA All-Stars action from Pocono Downs at Mohegan, Pennsylvania for 2-year-old filly pacers, a purse of $30,000 from the July 13th card. And the 3 to 5 bettor's choice in here is number 2, Call Me Angelita, who's coming off a dominant 7-length win. Also getting a lot of support is the 9 to 5 second choice, Kissed by a Stranger, who was third last time at the Meadows in Sire Stakes competition.
So no change in the order as they hit the second panel in 58-2, 29-1. Second verse, same as the first there. Both panels 29-1 as they move to the back stretch. The lead length for Kissed by a Stranger over Dominican Sunshine, staying very close. Another length and a half then to third, and Call Me Angelita. Tall Dark Tequila is fourth. She's about 5.5 away. Behind her, Getting Hungry. And then a Midnight Party and the trailer Lions I Want to Chip. No change in the order yet, really, since the front stretch. The lead a length for Kissed by a Stranger, 3/4, 126-4, 28-2, third panel. Kissed by a Stranger leads, and now from third comes Call Me Angelita. She has to make up 3, but she's moving up there. Dominican Sunshine still on the inside. Further back to Tall Dark Tequila, 4.5 away fourth. Top of the stretch, Kissed by a Stranger trying to fend off Call Me Angelita. Kissed by a Stranger, Yannick Gingras. Call Me Angelita, Tim Tetrick. These two battling. Call Me Angelita. Kissed by a Stranger, it's tight, it's Call Me Angelita.
Call Me Angelita used a 3-hole trip to her advantage to get the job done. A back half of 55-2, completing the mile in 1:53.4. And what are the odds of that? All 3 PA All-Star divisions go in 1:53.4. Call Me Angelita, driven by Tim Tetrick, owned by Craig Henderson and Steve Stewart, trained by Scott DiDomenico. And by the way, driver Tim Tetrick not too far from that 15,000 career win milestone. He stands at 14,423. Today, the PA spotlight shines bright on Adriana Rowe. She's the new head groomer for the Chris Walsh Stables. She got her start in the Harness Horse Youth League in 2005. She's got a bachelor degree in equine science, and she absolutely loves her job. Let's hear from Adriana. We're here at Pocono visiting with Adriana Rowe. She is the new head groomer for the Walsh Stables. Adriana, you got your start with the Harness Youth League in 2005. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
That experience was actually very eye-opening for me. Before that, I never knew anything about the depth of the equine world, and I was lucky enough to get chosen out of, I believe it was 12 people, to do that youth camp, and it definitely created my love for horses and made me want to have a profession them.
You went on to get your Bachelor of Science in Equine Studies. Tell us a little bit about that period.
So back in 2015, I got my degree from Wilson College. I learned quite a lot. In that school, I did a lot of FEI, so hunter, jumper, dressage. So it was a little bit different from the harness and thoroughbred racing, but it definitely got a lot of hands-on, got a lot of really good experiences with a lot of trainers who work in the Olympics and FEI world.
And now you're back in harness racing here in 2025. That's 20 years removed from the Harness Youth League. Tell us a little bit about the difference between harness horses and some of the other horse breeds.
Sure. So I worked with a lot of warm bloods, which tend to be a little bit of a hotter horse, and the standard breds with the harness racing, I find them to be very good to handle, very nice behaved, but they love their job. They want to work, they want to race, and it makes me happy to see a horse really love their job.
Great to have you back in the sport of harness racing, Adriana.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Very special thanks for Adriana Rode joining us. She obviously loves her job.
I love stories like that. We definitely need caretakers that are super great to our wonderful standardbreds. So thank you for that interview, Mike. All right, we are going to head south now to Harrah's, Philadelphia, and check out a $10,000 claiming event from the Friday, July 11th card. So in here, we've got number 4, Faraday, who's the 2-5 favorite, has hit the board in his last 5, including 2 wins. Second choice is the 2, Ben Solo, who has had 7 victories this season, including the most money one in 2025 among this group. The rest are double-digit odds.
Up the backside, Faraday increases the advantage now. Ben Solo sits a loose pocket. Sporty Dragon along the inside third. Rowan's Ways trying to come on uncovered fourth. Stick with Kramer locked in without room fifth. On the outside, trying to move up Sailor's Shadow. Cover simply not doing enough. And Some Bad Dude has been last throughout. Faraday's been first throughout. Ben Solo tightens down. Sporty Dragon's going to have a clear go at this at 67-1. 3/4, 124 and 2. 28 for the third. Top of the stretch, Faraday one better than Ben Solo. Sporty Dragon to the outside third and is gaining. They straighten away for the stretch drive. The favorite Faraday trying to last. Sporty Dragon takes aim. Stick with Kramer free and driving now. Deep stretch, Faraday giving way. Here's Sporty Dragon, 67-1. The tote board explodes. This was an outstanding drive by Jonathan Ali, knowing that the top 2 horses have kind of short speed at times, to get a complete closer in Sporty Dragon into the 3-hole to get the job done, springing a major upset to the tune of $136.20 to win. How about the exacta for $2, $844. The try for $1, $1,015.10. And the superfecta for 50 cents pays $2,796. Sporty Dragon, owned by trainer Ray Burt. Jonathan Ali also with a $64 winner on Sunday.
All right, we're going to start calling him John Cha-Ching Ali. All right, okay, we've got more action to get to from Harrah's, Philadelphia, but we're going to change gates now, check out some trotters, and this event is from the Sunday, July 13th card, going for a purse of $12,000. In this group of 3- and 4-year-olds, we've got a couple of Alki Svanstead horses to watch out for. The 2023 United States Trainer of the Year sends out both number 4, Montmartre, who looks to rebound after going off stride in his last start, and number 8, Truly Authentic, who gets the driving services of Tim Tetrick.
All systems go here for Truly Authentic, enjoying that soft second. Titian continues to work from that pocket spot. Montmartre appears to be chomping at the bit third with less than 3/8 to go. Dreamweaver Deo fourth. Lisbon is next, followed by Last of Braggart. Then Express back and Expedient to 3/4. Truly Authentic leads the way around the turn. Titian is second and angling now. Up on the outside, moving up comes Montmartre. 3/4, 125 and 4. 28 and 3 for the third. Top of the stretch, Truly Authentic, Titian, Montmartre forced down 3 wide now. Dreamweaver Deo trying to be opportunistic as they straighten away. Titian back to the pegs, Truly Authentic, but here comes Montmartre on the outside. Truly Authentic, Montmartre gobbling up ground. It's Montmartre on the outside to the finish. Montmartre to win. That was a measured win. Not very often I sit up in the announcer's booth and a horse catches my eye in pre-race warm-ups. Montmartre did. She looked outstanding in her pre-race score downs. She beat First Over Stablemate Truly Authentic in 154-3 for her third career win. She's owned by Follow Me Stables, trained by Oka Sponstad, driven by Dexter Dunn. And by the way, for trainer Oka Sponstad and driver Dexter Dunn, it's their 7th consecutive $10 million plus season.
Amazing. Yes. All right. Now it is time for a timeout. But when we come back, we've got more action from Harrah's of Philadelphia, including our race of the week from Philly. You don't want to miss that. Plus, we'll give you the 411 on the Hot to Trot podcast as we chat with popular hosts Ashley and Meadow. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to PA Harness Week. I'm Heather Vitale.
And I'm Mike Bozich.
And this is our race of the week from Harrah's Philadelphia. For our Philly race of the week, we are bringing in the feature pace from the Sunday, July 13th card, and going for a purse of $13,500. The heavy 1-5 favorite is number 5, Railroad Station, who took his career best in 150-4 in stakes competition earlier this year. And let's also watch out for the 7, Thirsty Thursday. In addition to having an amazing name, he's also the richest pacer among this field of 5-year-olds and under.
Railroad Station on track here, up a length on Thirsty Thursday. Wavemaker gaps along the inside. Attack mode coming from Always Be Gibby. 4th into 3rd. Moving up, Drumster Blues is latched on to cover to 3/4. Cattle Shark is locked down. Up on the outside, moving up 3rd over comes Cupid Shuffle. Last of all, Flight in Motion around the turn. The Railroad Station with the lead. Always Be Gibby on the outside. Thirsty Thursday remains tight in the pocket. 3/4, 123-2. 27-3 for the third. Top of the stretch. The Railroad Station's got the lead as they straighten away. Thirsty Thursday now emerges from the pocket. Here in the lane, it's Railroad Station. Thirsty Thursday trying to come and get him. Railroad Station. Thirsty Thursday bearing down on this leader to the finish. It is tight for win. Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday led to the half, lost the lead, and battled back to win. You don't see that all that often when horses lose the lead at the half and 3/4 and are able to battle back for the win. Good display of heart for Thirsty Thursday. A New York Sire Stakes winners made over $228,000. Is owned by Flying A Racing and Chuck Pompey, trained by Hunter Oaks, driven by Simon Allard, completing the mile in 150-4.
All right, you know, on the show, we love bringing you guys racing information and fun, but there's another broadcast we want you to put on your must-watch list. Now, from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association, they have a podcast called Hot to Trot, and our producer, Bruce Casella, caught up with a dynamic duo of Ashley Eisenbiel and Meadow Twaddle.
Hot to Trot is a podcast that we came up with. First it was with Donnell, and now we have Meadow Twaddle here with me, who is my co-host. And we talk about everything PA harness racing, PA thoroughbred racing, and really get into some fun interviews and make it a little bit exciting. We like to ruffle some feathers and put people in the hot seat.
Ashley has brought me out of my shell. If you know me before any of this, I was very shy, kind of sat in the corner, kept to myself. But Ashley has really taught me to embrace that kind of loud side of myself, you know, to talk to people and get to know people, and I'm very grateful. So, you know, we're kind of like the yin and the yang of the co-host, and it's been really fun.
We make sure we're trying to engage everybody within a family so that you don't feel like my family's here, actually, over here.
I know.
You don't feel like you need to leave the kids at home. You don't need to come by yourself. There is something for everybody.
We are 2 female perspectives that want to make it more fun, more engaging for that younger fan base, and we kind of girlied it up. You know, we're purple and pink and teal, and I love it. I love that Meadow has a lot of background in the harness racing. I have a lot of background in the thoroughbred racing, so we really are the yin and yang for the show.
We have one of the biggest names in harness racing with us today. Dexter, thank you so much for joining us. You're a household name in harness racing, so what's been the key to your success in North America?
Well, I've got to drive, a lot of good horses. Had a lot of support since I got over here, and it's been lucky that way. So, but really just being able to sit behind, pilot some really great horses.
We are on YouTube, we are on Apple Podcasts, and we are on Spotify. It's been a lot of fun, so stay tuned. We got a lot of fun ideas in store.
A lot of live bloopers, so get ready for that. So tune back into the lives on our YouTube page. They'll live there forever, and you get to watch us just, muddle our way through live racing and a live podcast. I think it brings a lot of joy to other people.
Yeah, it's so much fun being able to keep up with the latest trends, and we get to be here on a beautiful day like today and watch stakes live and get to report on that, and it's really a great thing, and we love it.
I mean, how great are they? You have got to put Hot to Trot on your list of podcasts to watch. They do a great job promoting the sport in Pennsylvania and the sport as a whole. It is our OMG moment, and I think it's safe to say this is history making. It's taking place in the Meadowlands Pace, going for $656,000 up in New Jersey. So to get things started, let's check out who we should keep our eye on. All right. Number 4, Prince Hal Hanover. He is the favorite. He's shipping in from Canada. Also, there's number 9, Madden Oaks, coming off a strong win in New York. All right, this is a huge field of top 3-year-old male pacers in the entire country. We're going to send it to announcer Ken Workington for the call.
Prince Hal Hanover, Captain Optimistic. Madden Oaks needs racing room, and Fallout is lurking. 121-3 into the stretch drive of the Meadowlands Pace, and it's Prince Hal Hanover in front, surging late on the inside and coming hard and trying to squeeze on through. It is still Prince Hal Hanover. Madden Oaks in the inside second. Prince Hal Hanover does it.
I think this one earned every letters of OMG. What did we just see? Well, let's try to explain it. Prince Hal Hanover had the lead into the stretch. He gave up his inside position to Madden Oaks, who then established that inside position, and then that was the reason for the disqualification when Prince Hal Hanover came over on Madden Oaks. But both horses raced their hearts out. It was a true OMG moment in the Meadowlands Pace, and driver Braxton Boyd, Pennsylvania's very own, was interviewed by Gabe Pruitt.
At the top of the stretch, it just said, just let me get loose, and this is over.
And if you had room, if you had clearance, easy down the stretch, do you think we were going to go by?
Absolutely.
So you were very confident off that same trip?
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody, I hope you have your thinking caps on because it's trivia time, and Mike has a question for you.
We've got a good one. We went to the way, way back machine for this one, and here is the question. Who was the first harness horse to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated? That's the question.
I love this one. So good, Mike. All right, I have to think about that, and you guys might also, so we are going to take a break, but when we return, Mike's going to give you the answer. Plus that, we're going to make like Huey Lewis and the News, and we're going to go back in time. I'm really showing my age with that reference, I know, but we do have a really awesome blast from the past for you from the 1950s. Keep it right here. We'll be right back.
Around the final turn they roll in a symphony of speed.
For real fun in real life, make it Mohegan. Make it rain. Make it pour. Make it chill. Or just make it up as you go. When it's time to unplug and get in on the action, make it Mohegan. Party on the Patio is back. Rock on with free concerts every Thursday all summer long. Learn more at MoheganPA.com.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week with Heather and Mike. who has the answer to the trivia time question.
All right, the question was, who was the first harness horse to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated? The answer, the great Adios Harry, who was on the cover in 1956. And the headline read, World's Fastest Pacer.
Now, before that Sports Illustrated cover, which, like Mike said, took place in 1956 because of the world record mile of 1:55, Adios Harry had already made a name for himself. So for our blast from the past, we're going back 2 years when he was 3 years old to Delaware, Ohio for the Little Brown Jug. It was a 3-horse race-off. Now, in this one, he's being driven by a Morris McDonald, and he was trained by Luther Lyons.
Through the lane, it's Adios Harry just as he pleases. He's going easily as the others try desperately to catch up, but they can't do it today. It's Adios Harry all the way.
How about that win for the great Adios Harry, setting 3 world records alone in 1955. And Heather, did you know, before he was 5 years old, he had already set 12 world records.
Whether we say don't miss this or it's a must-see, it does not matter about the terminology. We just want you taking in the exciting live action from harness racing tracks in Pennsylvania, and starting with Pocono Downs at Mohegan, Pennsylvania, Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. The post time's 1 p.m. Sunday, the post time's 6 p.m. At Harris, Philadelphia, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have a post time of 12:25 p.m. with a Sunday post time of 12:40 p.m.
And if you'd like to plunk down a couple of bucks, it's very easy. If you'd like to wager on Harris, Philadelphia, go to pabets.tvg.com. For Pocono, it's ibetmohegan.com. And for free past performances, all you have to do is log on to phha.org, and they're right on top of the homepage.
We definitely want you guys getting social with us, so check us out there in cyberspace. On Facebook, we're at Harness Week. Then on Twitter, also known as X, we're at PA Harness Week. And I'm telling you, you have to check out our YouTube channel. You will absolutely love it, I know.
And we've got great contests going on our social media platforms. Make sure you DM us the answer. That's very important. Direct message, private message the answer, and you can win great prizes, including this, a very spacey bag. And once again, you're watching this show, you can keep all the money in that you win watching this show.
Oh, I love that. What a great idea. All right, definitely. The contests start on Monday. They end on Thursday. Check it out. All right, we have come to the end of another fast-paced half hour. I'm so glad you joined us. For myself, Heather Vitale, Mike Bozich, and Bruce Casella behind the camera, we will see you next week.